what's up? I'm Kara Ray and welcome back to my channel. So today for you guys I have a review slash demo slash first impressions. So over the weekend I was at my favorite store in the world, well, one of my favorite stores in the world, and that is Sephora. And me never really fully being satisfied with the foundations that I have, I decided to pick up a new foundation. I was out and I wanted to try something new. So my sister's kind of been in my ear about the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation, and that is what I decided to get. This is the packaging. On the box it just says that 100% of participants had a measurable improvement in the appearance of their skin's imperfections, 96% had a measurable improvement in skin radiance, 90% had a measurable improvement in skin firmness, and 93% had a measurable improvement in the appearance of fine lines. So not only does it seem really good just by reading the package, but it also claims to be weightless, ultra definition liquid makeup. The word weightless is what really caught my attention. I usually lean toward a light to medium coverage when I go for a foundation. So the fact that it said it was weightless, I was thinking, okay, this is probably going to be really great. So on the site, I got it from Sephora, like I mentioned. On the site, it is retailing for $40. That's also what I did when I picked up, or also what I got when I picked it up in the store. The coverage is saying medium. The skin type that this is supposed to be ideal for is combination skin, and the finish is matte, radiant, and natural. So what it is an oil-free, lightweight liquid foundation that feels like you're wearing nothing at all while leaving a demi-matte finish. That sounds ideal, especially for me. So I am going to be giving it a try. I'm going to be trying it out with you guys. So hopefully it is exactly what it claims it is. Disclaimer, before I even get started, I have the hardest time matching my skin tone, especially my winter skin. I feel like in the summer when I'm more tan and more bronze, I have no problem selecting a shade. It's always super easy. It always melts into my skin perfectly, and it's like a seamless match. But my winter skin, it has a lot of yellow undertones, and sometimes it can come off a little pink as well. So I definitely would say that my dominant undertone will be a yellowish color, but it's always super hard for me to find the perfect undertone in foundations. They're always a little bit off. This I sampled in the store in the shade 7.0. I believe there are 23 shades in the Naked Skin, and they're supposed to have different undertones and all that good stuff. So it's supposed to, hopefully this is a really close match. I'm fingers crossed that this is a almost ideal match for me because I'm a little nervous. But without further ado, I'm just going to get started in the application process. So you're supposed to shake it up, and you can hear it has like a little, it sounds like a little shaker in it, like almost like a paint can. It's really liquidy. I'm going to actually be using it with a primer. This is the Hangover Primer from Too Faced. It's supposed to be protective and nourishing with coconut water. I'm going to give it a try. I think my sales associate said it's really good. I'm just using a small pump. Really good for combination skin, more on the dry side. It's supposed to be really hydrating. And I definitely have dry skin, so we are gonna give it a try. So right away, this primer feels like it's tacky, which is gonna be a good thing because I feel like that's gonna really help the makeup stick to it. Here is the foundation. It has a pump-like application. So I'm going to be using a beauty blender. Ignore my beauty blender, it's a little dirty. But yeah, I'm going to be using a beauty blender because that's what I use to apply all of my makeup. So I just took one pump to my sponge, and now I'm just going to distribute it onto my skin. So right away it feels really light. I'm saying like the texture of it feels really light and airy. It almost doesn't really feel like I have anything that I'm putting onto my face. And yeah, So with one application to this half of my face, it definitely is a lightweight consistency and a light coverage. I have freckles on this half of my face. I don't know if you guys can pick that up on the camera, but I do have freckles, and you can still definitely see my freckles peeking through. I also have some acne scars on my cheek area, and you can still see those as well. But so far, I feel like it's doing what it claims, and that is it's supposed to like blur imperfections. I don't really think, since it's not a full coverage foundation, that it's going to completely mask your imperfections, but I do feel like it's definitely blurring them. Case in point, I had an acne scar right here. I don't know if you guys could see it before I put makeup on it, and it's definitely, I wouldn't say it's vanished, but it's very well hidden, to say the least, for a light coverage foundation. I'm pretty satisfied with this application. I just did one kind of thin layer of it. This would be like an everyday wear for me. I wouldn't be going too heavy on an everyday basis. So far, so good in my opinion. I feel like it is coming off a little light on camera, but I think that has a lot to do with the lights that I have right now. It's really bright, but I feel like it does kind of really go well with my skin tone. I feel like, once again, my skin has a more yellow undertone than this foundation, but hopefully it'll oxidize after a little bit. I'm going to finish the rest of my face. I'm going to do some contour and highlight, and I will be right back to show you guys what the finished look is and give you my final thoughts on the product, so sit tight. Alright guys, I am back. This is the finished look that I came up with for the rest of my face. Now I'm going to talk to you guys about some of the things that I like and maybe some of the things I don't like about this foundation. So the first thing is, I love the way it applies. It's really lightweight. You can't really feel it on your face. So spoiler alert, I have worn this foundation a few times to work, and at work I feel like it just kind of, it's weightless. Like when they say it's weightless, it is very much weightless. I can touch my face and it really feels like I have nothing on my skin. And I love that about it. I don't want to feel like I'm wearing makeup when I'm wearing it. So I really love the fact that it is indeed a weightless foundation. I'm actually liking it a little bit more than the NARS Velvet Matte Skin Tint as far as matte goes. I won't powder my entire face. Usually the only thing that I set with a setting powder is my under eye concealer, and my forehead is one of the first things to go, like my forehead and my nose area. With this Urban Decay Naked Skin, it really is matte, like literally all day. I might have a little bit of oil peeking through, but nothing compared to the NARS Velvet Matte Skin Tint, which is actually claiming, this one is claiming to be matte in the title, and then this one doesn't really say that it's supposed to be matte. I mean, other than when you read what it's supposed to do, but it's definitely a demi matte finish. But I feel like it's not matte to the sense where it doesn't look like your skin. It looks like skin. Like, I can't say that enough, that it really looks and feels just like your skin. I don't have much transfer, like when I'm touching my face, or even if I'm brushing against my face, I really don't have any transfer from the product. So yeah, I really like it. I'm enjoying wearing it. It's exactly what I was looking for when it comes to a foundation. So if you're like me and you only want like a little bit of coverage to kind of smear out some of those imperfections that you have, blemishes, acne scars, whatever, then this is definitely, I'd say, a yes. I can definitely tell that it's very buildable, so if I wanted a more full face, full coverage foundation, I could definitely get that or close to that with this. Now, as far as cons go, and the only con that I really have is I feel like as far as color matching, it could be a little bit better. I feel like it looks really good, don't get me wrong, and it might be coming off a little light on camera because, like I said, I have this ring light and it's super bright, but in person, I've asked my sister, I don't know how many times, does this look off? Like, does it look too light for my skin? Does my skin look ashy? And she says no. It's probably the closest foundation that I've had to my skin tone other than the Chanel foundation. That one was like seamless, like crazy seamless. But she's saying that this one is like really close to my skin tone. I'm still gonna say that it's not my exact match, and I know it's the undertones because if you look at my neck, you can definitely see a difference between like down here and up here. It kind of looks more pinky on my face than it does on my neck. So it's definitely the undertones, but this is probably as close as I'm gonna get because any shade higher that I go is going to be darker. So yeah, I just kind of have that problem when it comes to finding my natural winter shade in foundation. It always seems to be just like a little bit off, and this one I can say it's not an exact match. It's pretty close, but it's definitely off as far as the undertone goes. So that would probably be my only con. So if you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more makeup reviews slash tutorials, then definitely give this video a thumbs up. That's how I know what to film next for you guys, is by looking at what you guys like and don't like. If you have any questions for me about this foundation and you would like answers, make sure you leave that in the comment section below. Click the description box for links to this foundation as well as other products that I have on my face right now. Also, in the description box, there's going to be a link to this eye tutorial, so if you want to see how I achieved this eye look, then definitely be looking in the description box for that. And thank you guys so much for watching. Until my next video, I'll see you guys later. Bye!